in 2025.
And welcome to our new chair.
Thank you. We're clapping because Tim's coming in, see? Anyway, so I think we should think about 3 Ps for this coming year. First is prosperity. May lots of really expensive houses sell so we can preserve more land, and then it's our job to plan what to do with that land. So with that in mind, can I get a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting?
Motion.
I make a motion.
Second, anybody have any questions, comments? I did read them.
What was the other P?
Planning,
Planning.
prosperity, preservation.
Oh, okay.
Plan.
Oh.
Any comments?
Ps, okay. I said 3 Ps, good.
Yeah, okay.
No comment.
Any comments on the minutes?
Oh, no.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Financial report, which thankfully Jessica printed in a format that I can actually read. So we have the Chase account with a starting balance of $447,952, interest of $661, some expenses, and a closing balance of $447,331. In the class account, we started with $9,493,863. We got a very nice interest income of $36,203. We have a transfer tax of $421,713, which is for October. And I do have the November number, which will be posted next month, and that's $135,709. So our balance in the class account is $9,951,781 for a total of $10,399,112, showing now our encumbrance of $3,009,000 plus some closing fees, which leaves us with a balance. That's for the 7 South Cartwright property. Leaves us with a balance of $6,499,112. And our total revenue for this year, as you see, is $1,603,322. Any comments? This format. This format. I know you can actually read it, right?
Right, exactly.
Thank you, Jessica.
Very nice.
So our monthly expenses were $1,282.68. I think everybody has that.
Right on this paper?
Well, maybe you don't have it.
Cash.
But anyway, check this one. Payroll, money to Tim for the ryegrass, Shelter Island Graphics for QR code updates.
We have it.
Yep. As we know, we have a opening on the board for a new candidate. If anybody has anybody that they think would be a good member, you should encourage them to apply soon.
Do we have other members that are, people rather, potential members that are applying?
There are some people who have applied.
You need to be a farmer.
Right.
How many farmers do we have on this
Not
island?
many.
It's fun, but I think there's another person who might.
I have a vegetable garden.
I mean, that actually has to be their profession?
Yes.
Okay,
Or at least their application.
okay.
Farmer.
Yeah, it's in
It's in
the
the code.
code.
It's in the New York
It
City.
is in the code.
So can it-
64E.
can it be like the head farmer?
Not too many on the,
Who's a farmer?
As she
like,
applies?
Oreo,
I'll ask. Yeah, I do
His
not-
wife,
I'll ask.
that's the only farmer I can think of like that actually farms.
Got to get them to change that.
Well, particularly in Shelter Island, we don't really have, other than Sylvester Manor, we don't have farms per se.
And particularly when they give everybody that does apply for a fence for a farm a really hard time.
Yeah, well. Okay, 7 South Cartwright. So we are in contract, we are moving along. The closing should happen in the next, hopefully 10 days or so. There have been some comments, questions, and rumors about the property. So I would like to clarify a little bit of those. This property was purchased specifically with keeping in mind that there is no value assigned to the house. We didn't buy the property because there's a house on the property. We bought the property for its beauty, for its vista, for its waterfront presence, for its size. And there are no plans in place currently to do anything on the property yet. That will be a discussion to be had over time, once we have the property, once we assess if there is a value in the building, because there may not be any value in the building. And there will be plenty of opportunity for people to have input on what will happen there. But there are no plans. Somebody had the concept that we were going to knock the house down and build something on the property, which is not what CPF does. Whatever we do is consistent with 64E. We are about preserving, not building. So,
There's a question there.
yep.
We go there, yes, from here.
Step up to the mic.
Well, my name is Catherine Cunningham, and I am an artist. I used to be an attorney, but now I'm an artist.
Okay.
And the reason I'm talking to you is because it was told to me by an individual who told to other individuals that this property and maybe the house would be used as an arts center on Shelter Island. So I have concern, and other people do, that it might be a misuse of the property. I want an arts center on Shelter Island, but in a commercial area, someplace, because as an artist, we have waste, we have toxins, and there are at least 40 artists right now on Shelter Island in our 2 groups, and multiple more artists on Shelter Island. So if the little building became an art center, it would be overused. And that's just my concern. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up, that there was months ago, this person said that this was going to be purchased and we were going to use it as an art center. So I just wanted to bring that up to you.
That's a good point. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I will repeat, there are no plans specifically. There's some discussion about that as a possibility. There's discussion about other things as a possibility. They're just ideas being floated at this point in time.
And that would be up to the town board anyway, not us,
Correct.
not us.
Correct.
So
And it has to be consistent with what's permissible and what's,
So at the time it's discussed, then you could come and talk more about it.
No, but it's good for us to
Yeah.
know the scuttlebutt.
I think, at least you have your hand raised.
No.
No, it's
just winter.
Oh, sorry. Is there any more comments or questions on,
No, but it's very
7 South
exciting that we're
Cartwright.
getting cars.
it's a great property and it's a beautiful spot.
There is a report put out by Joe Fenor on the condition of the house. But as Tui said, whatever we do with the house, it's really up to the town board.
Right. Well, but there's another report coming from the building inspector, which gets into a lot more detail of what may or may not be allowed to be done there, if anything. On to stewardship and property maintenance. We have two upcoming stewardship plans that need to be developed. One is for the Cedars property, which is along the causeway. And then the other is for the newly acquired Tuttle Needham property, which we're calling Tuttle Creek Preserve.
Rick, that's pretty.
Kathy Henny has sort of volunteered.
I want to do Cedars.
Okay. Good.
I love that area.
It's beautiful. All right, so you're going to take Cedars?
Yes.
Can't promise to have it next month.
No, I don't think, I'm not. And Kathy, you're going to do Tuttle?
Yes.
Okay, or you'll both work together? You want to do that? Can you work together?
Is there an actual name for that creek in there?
I think it's actually called Dickerson Creek.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I'm doing Tuttle too.
No, I'm doing Tuttle.
You're doing Tuttle.
Okay.
Why are you looking at me like that?
My glasses are up, but I can't see.
Oh, well, okay.
Did you want me to be the second person on Tuttle? I didn't know.
Well, if you want to, I don't know if you want to work together.
No, for the stewardship,
It's up to you.
this is for the plan. So you just do Cedars, I'll do Needham.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in the perimeter vegetation there and how we could work with the DEC. Get rid of the junky stuff and start replacing it with good stuff, if possible.
Okay.
This is on, you mean on the beach? On the beach?
No, not on the beach, but when you're, the whole property it's got a whole dense brush.
Uh-huh.
It's probably- Tuttle.
Are you talking about Tuttle or you're talking about Cedars?
Cedars is the one along the
Oh,
coast.
Tuttle.
Tuttle. No, Cedars, I know, it's the Cosmo. Cedars is beautiful. It's-
Yeah.
But the Tuttle property has a whole perimeter of a lot of invasive stuff.
Right,
So if there was some way we could
deal with that,
deal with that.
yes. But that'll be, well, right.
So we have to talk to
Not
DEC.
immediately.
Thank you. January. You have to talk to DEC about that?
I believe you do. It's on the, it falls.
The wetlands?
Yeah, it's a wetland, yeah.
Jurisdiction, so
All right.
anything we do, they have to weigh in on. Can't touch a thing.
So who do I contact?
Okay, so you're writing, you want to do the Tuttle writing, or you want to do the Tuttle stewardship once
Oh, I'm
it's
sorry.
been operational?
Oh, the writing?
We have to write the stewardship
No,
plan.
Kathy do the writing.
You want to tell me what you want to be done there?
Okay, so that's why I said you'll work
Oh,
together.
I'm sorry, okay.
All right.
I misunderstood.
All right.
I haven't been down there yet. I haven't been down there yet since we bought it.
I
So
will work with Kathy.
maybe we could walk
Well,
down.
actually, I did go by the other day, and there are two do not enter signs on the chain across the gate, the entryway, which I don't think is appropriate anymore. I should get Ken to take those down.
Maybe you and I could walk down there,
Sure.
so I know what you're pointing to.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of stewardship assignments, everybody should have a copy of the old stewardship assignments. And,
See, my name is in the wrong place again.
okay,
Didn't you and I do Turkham's Rest?
No, we did Sachem, and I don't know why why did we do?
Should be on the.
I know.
Exactly, yeah.
I thought of that afterwards.
Right.
Well, and Kathleen and I did Sachem, but
It's not CPF.
it's not CPF, so we can take Sachem's off. That's Howie's problem.
Well, it's a little piece, it's Sachem's that.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, right. We bought that from
That's right.
Schulteis.
Yeah, the Woodlands Annex, that's right.
Well, we went through the whole thing. I wanted to do, I wanted to do Crab Creek and West Neck, because I live there. And Tim wanted to do West Neck with me.
That gets you off of one, too.
Take me over.
That's fine.
So put me down for Crab Creek.
So, would I take Joe off that one?
Yeah, okay.
Or me?
Oh, no, yeah, you want to do more of Crab Creek than me, so.
So we'll
So Chuck and I will be on Crab Creek. And,
I'll take Sachem's if you don't want to do the Sachem's booth.
okay. Who took pictures?
Okay.
Did. Uh,
Who wants to do Sachem's with me? Kathleen, you're on it.
Kathleen's already on it.
Yeah, so I'll take Kathy's place then on, that's the second committee.
Bill's been heard, I think Gordon was on that,
Yes, well, I took Gordon off,
so we need someone,
Well, we will be getting a new member, so.
oh, that's true, yeah.
Right.
come with everything.
Of course. Sort of like how I got to be the chairman, I walked out of the room.
Who's doing Cedars with me?
Why don't you do that, Tim, since you're so fond of it?
Yeah,
No, I am doing it.
Oh, well,
in
yeah,
the
Do
second.
we need two people or just one?
I think one,
That's
right?
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can do what you want anyway.
yeah.
You're going to tell us what you want, and we'll agree.
That's not much to do.
That's right.
So I have a question. Should Brian Horse Farm still be on?
Well, that was going to be my question. I was going to
It's
look at
privately owned.
our town supervisor and get some guidance. It's really out of our control, right? It's fenced, it's planned, it's,
Yeah, I mean, it's not, unless you,
They do.
yeah, then it would be.
Right.
right,
Does the town own the development rights?
What?
yeah,
The town owns the development rights. Okay.
but the development rights, not the property.
Yeah, I guess we'd have to just double check that we don't have the access to walking trails or anything.
No, my father used to let people go in all the time, but there's no.
Yeah, I don't recall.
There's no horses there now, right?
There's still
There's
one
one
or
left.
two,
That's not-
one, I think.
There were 7.
So,
But that would be the only reason, if we had in the development rights access to the property, that would keep the stewardship plan, but if we don't have any access, then
We should take that off. Don't you think?
well, we got to review the stewardship plan.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, is it actually still being used as a farm?
It's going to be very much used as a
It
farm.
is, okay.
Yes.
Like primarily for horses or?
No, there's going to be crops, there's going to be grasses for crops also, and hopefully livestock. And there's also an orchard,
Oh, good. Well, so who's running that?
people that own it.
So maybe somebody who works there or the people who own it want to apply
Nice, yeah.
for a position here?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
Maybe one of their employees, maybe, I don't know.
Anyway. And,
But that's an idea.
Yeah.
You can raise it. But I doubt it.
and then we need somebody to do Tuttle Creek. Did you want to,
Want to do it?
well, you want to talk about I'll do that with you if you want.
Sure. So you want to be second member?
Sure.
Tuttle Creek Preserve,
Yep.
so it's Tim,
And myself.
Julie.
Anything else?
So the Cedars, Tim is doing?
Yeah.
Crescent? Let's look at Crescent.
It says Crescent Beach Annex.
With this, the town maintains.
yeah, I don't think anything,
Let's take it off our list.
Artist Lane one Has that been finalized? I have on my notes to, bring it up to the town board. for
Yeah, the last
presentation.
meeting was fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but we didn't assign,
Right.
No, she meant
Unless
the
it's
plan.
under-
Are you talking about the
Yeah,
student?
not the plan
Yeah, the
itself.
last meeting we did.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to be sure, because I thought there were still a few more tweaks, and so if it's ready,
It's ready, yeah.
forward it.
That should be on here.
I'll do artist land.
So it can be allowed.
Okay.
so Chuck,
Do I have to do
does
something?
somebody want to do that with him?
Which one is this?
Yes.
Artist Lane?
Jessica, you have,
I'll do it with you,
you have the copy of the last meeting, Artist Lane Preserve?
Yes,
Okay.
It's
maybe
already
you can
signed.
forward that to the town.
That's not on here. Is it?
No, I know it's not on here.
Oh, I don't think it's.
No, it's not on.
I'm
Just-
sorry, which
Just
one?
adding it.
Should
Artist
we
Lane?
add it as Artist Lane in A?
Yes, we are, yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to,
Chuck and Kathleen said they do it.
Kathleen's gonna do it?
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, so I'm not doing it. Okay.
We do both ends, both properties.
I see Drezel is on here. I thought that was county owned.
Drizzle's the one right up for 114, right?
No, it's the road where you go in off the causeway.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you
the
have
dirt
the
road.
loop
Yeah, it goes to Manhattan. I thought that was Suffolk County.
No, the town owns it.
I didn't write that section, Tim.
No, we have some
Yeah, I'm part of it.
part of it.
Yeah, part of it,
Okay.
right. Jessica and I looked it up the other day. The county owns a bunch of it, or most of it, and then we own one piece of it,
Okay.
so. It's definitely there, and it's mine, so. In terms of when we're doing our stewardship walks and, observing, commenting, hopefully filling out a report that we sent to Jessica. What I've asked Chuck to do is to be the coordinator, so if there's a maintenance issue that you need the town to do, rather than kind of having to deal with all of us and nobody really knowing what's been requested to be done, I've asked Chuck to be the point of that, so if you say there's a tree down, or the trail's not wide enough, or whatever has to happen, if you run that by Chuck, and then he'll coordinate with Ken and make sure it gets done in a timely manner.
We have a digital report, because when Kathleen and I went through, I couldn't find one.
A report,
The form.
That you can get online.
We'll put,
I have that.
we'll put the report on SharePoint. Yeah, Jessica and I are gonna go through the SharePoint and try to make it a little more user-friendly.
Because the one,
If anybody
I,
else has any comments on how to do that, I appreciate your input, but we've tried to make it more, because
it's not a fill-in
it's
though.
very inconsistent. Some stuff was done and then it wasn't done anymore. It's,
Can they make a fill-in form? This way we can just send it to Chuck and to you.
And then how to get hold of it. How to
well, it'll be in
access
SharePoint and it'll be clearly labeled eventually. Like tomorrow, right, Jessica? Because now, as Harold pointed out, now is the time to go through the properties when it's nice and
it,
cold.
when you can
and
see.
You can see and you won't get eaten alive.
Yes. I went through a number of them this past week, and the Mildred herd on the west side is completely, there's branches everywhere.
Yeah.
That really needs to be cleaned. I don't think it's ever been done.
Right.
And then
And we should finish the loop in there too, kind of, so it just goes in a straight line.
Just goes straight
Dead
line,
ends, yeah, we should probably just loop it back. Just-
Just hunting now. I hate to go into any of these with hunters on it.
And then
You're right.
some of the other properties, just been walking through, and there's like, branches, and it just probably takes Robbie Brew, who does most of the stuff now with the town. Wouldn't take him long to just like clean up the trails.
But at the end of the winter, because there's going to be
Yeah,
more
between now and the end of the winter, I mean, they have. it's a ton of-
windstorms.
Just, beware of the hunters that you see, trucks out there.
Yeah, I don't want to go in.
Me either, I'm not going in. But hunting's over, not too long.
February, no? What's in February? There's something in February, isn't there?
They're still hunting, I think.
This NUCO program
A what?
But March, you're okay, aren't you?
continues to.
I I think it depends on as far as I know, it was just January, and then there might be like nuisance permits.
So March is okay.
Oh, yeah, should be.
You'd have to check with Bo Payne. He manages, and there is a NUCO program
Right.
for hunting in March.
Oh, I didn't realize March also.
Is that a nuisance thing?
Yeah.
That would only be on private properties, right? Town as well, okay,
Bo.
okay.
He manages
He
that.
does manage.
Thank you.
One thing to think about, and what I've heard are the trees that are dying.
Yeah. I don't know what to do about that.
Are they likely to come down?
Well, no,
Some of them might survive. It's not,
I mean, we could,
Totally hope.
yeah, the advice has been to leave dying trees in the event that one or two of them somehow, through a miracle, have a resistance. But no, you have dead trees. It's just something we have to think about. And so far, I've been unable to discern if there's any value. I don't think there's any value to people who would come in and take the trees and use them for some other purpose.
So in other words,
Yeah.
dead trees no good for anything?
Not even firewood.
Well, firewood, yeah. People want to use it for firewood, but I was hoping for something more like
Furniture?
making or something, but it's not the
This
case.
is beach, primarily beech trees.
Yeah, the beech trees. I mean, Mashamic, where people don't go, they're just gonna let them go.
Right.
Other trees will come up in their place. But because we have trails going through some of these trees, we need to just think about that.
But it's not imminent.
It's not imminent, but we just need to keep an eye on it.
So anything that falls down across the path, that's what I'm asking Ken to clean up.
Right? Yeah.
I'm not asking him to look for dead trees and cut them down.
Well, they're not dead yet, right?
No, we'll see in the spring.
Yeah.
I mean, there are, a lot of them are in really, really bad shape.
and is anybody coordinating with Brand over new maps?
Yes.
I'll take that if nobody has taken.
Yeah, I'm just looking at
Okay.
what needs to be added.
Yeah, can we do it? You were working with Brand, right? We all work, yeah.
So I guess I was a while ago.
We were trying to decipher who did the format for that, but it was you, Joe and Tim, you both worked on it?
Yeah.
I worked on it when there
Yeah,
was
you were there,
that,
yeah.
there was a guy.
Yeah, well, Brand Doherty was, he did the whole thing.
Kathleen, you were involved, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I helped with the writing and the proofing.
yeah.
Is this like all we have left of the,
This is it. This is
That's it, yeah,
the main.
okay.
So I put these out today to all the boxes are empty. So if you can go around to your two properties and
yeah,
let's see the box.
let's get a 2025 or 2026.
All right, so Joe, you'll pick that up?
Yeah.
Anything else on stewardship and property maintenance? On to boundary and trail signs. There are, Gordon had come up with this new idea. He had Hap build some new boundary marker signs, and Kathy and
Yeah, I think the one on top will be Artist Lane Preserve. I have to meet with Hap, and I have to ask Gordon where he got those signs, but I don't think it'll take much time.
right.
And I want to go through with somebody, maybe Joe, you know Artist Lane
Sure.
better than I do. So we'll pick a date, and I'll give you a call when the signs are
Sounds
ready.
good.
Thank you.
It's an artist lane.
Yeah, about, did we do,
I'll do that.
okay. We bought that ourselves or with the county?
No, with the county, so we're
Yes, we
waiting
have
for
to
the
with the county
county
signs.
large signs, and they have a
Ordered.
specific format that they
Yeah.
want us to
Hate
use.
those signs. Are we gonna have a large sign by Simpson?
No, I
No.
think we should have a small sign,
I think so, but I mean,
but we have our own signs of a smaller
we
version.
do?
Yeah, well, at least that we did. Did you have those?
The actual signs that go up at
Yeah,
the
the
site,
smaller.
I wasn't working on those,
No.
no.
I think maybe ask Gordon. I think he has the format for those. And we should put one at Simpson and one also on,
Yeah, I mean, the brand's also doing those, so I can,
Okay.
you know, I can coordinate that as well.
Alright.
Yeah, might as well, since,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
So you'll ask Fran about the small sign? Okay.
if we want to get that, the ones on Simpson and,
Okay.
if we want to get those done.
Calendar.
We're waiting for the larger ones from the county.
And they're ordered?
Yes.
Okay.
Simpson, and what was the other one?
What's that street?
Menantic.
No, well,
There's a cut in there.
oh,
You can link in.
okay.
We're having a kiosk.
I think the kiosk will be inside.
Now, were we going to get the kids to do that?
No,
No?
Gordon is working with somebody for that.
Ask Gordon.
County, right, in the county?
No, not the kiosk.
You'll check on that?
Yeah, I have a note.
Elise, I see you have a hand raised.
I do. Good morning. I wanted to just chime in about the Artist Lane Preserve. We were on the island for a couple of weeks, and the lack of signage is a concern because we've got hunters walking on all of the properties that abut the preserve. We've never had to put no trespassing signs up, but there were a number of people walking on our property and our neighbor's property, as well as vehicles trying to access the preserve with their trucks. So I wanted to sign on today to find out how close we are to signage, and maybe getting, that moved along a little bit quicker. Now, we're almost at the end of hunting season. However, I did call the police, which I've never had to do before. And I believe they spoke, I think Jim Reed spoke to the hunter, and he said, I didn't realize I was walking on property, personal property, which,
Yep.
There's private signs all over the place.
where are their
There are
private?
well, we're going to put our own signs in, but there are signs that say private property.
There are two private property signs on the white property that accesses it from Menantic.
But this
There's-
is off of Simpson.
Yeah, this is Simpson, and these are people, this is a hunter, several hunters walking, parking on Menantic, nowhere near the entrances, and just walking through backyards. So,
I don't know how you would get there.
well, you don't, they walk
Behind
right
the-
through the bramble.
What's his name, Diorio?
Diorio?
No, that's the property that's like right along Artist Lane. If you're driving down,
You're talking about,
it's on the left.
oh,
You can cut through the back of his property, into that whole area. Or it's,
But these are guys walking through all of our properties, so,
No, that's obviously not okay. And if you know who they are, and then let Bo know so he can.
well, I am in contact with Bo, and I
Okay.
haven't gotten a response back from him. I understand, he's my point person for a hunting permit, and I would have liked to have had knowledge as to when those permits are given out. My question to him was also, what kind of crossbow are these people allowed to have? I mean, there's a lot of houses that are circling the preserve. In any event, my concern is with the signage,
Yep,
because
and
they shouldn't be driving onto the preserve, nor should they be walking on anybody's property to get to the preserve if they don't know where to access. And neither one of the access points have any kind of signage. So that was my concern. I just wanted to bring it up.
I appreciate it. And you heard before, Kathy, we have the signs, and we'll work on getting those in the next brief period of time.
There is a no trespassing, what Joe was just saying. where behind somebody's yard, it's
Yeah,
no
that's,
trespassing.
yeah,
behind
yeah,
that.
that's on the what, as she pointed out, that's off of Menantic on
Yeah.
the white property, but Elisa, your house, if, on the access to Simpson, are you on the right or the left side of the, call it the driveway or the access point?
We're on if you're looking at the access point, the Andrew property is to the left, then the Hardwicks, we're the next house. So, and
Past,
then there's one more
further down
house.
Simpson,
Yes, yeah.
okay, all
But
right,
they're walking through my property and Larry O'Neill's property to get into the preserve, which I don't understand. If they're
Yeah.
given a map when they're hunting,
I-
why they're, anyway.
that's obviously not appropriate, so.
Yeah, so that's my concern. I just, I don't even know who the steward is. I know Howard is a steward. I believe there's been a change in stewardship, so I didn't know whether I'd come to you guys. I'm just trying to get the word out there.
No,
It's a little,
absolutely.
okay,
Thank you.
Well,
thanks.
hopefully, if Chief Reed spoke to them, they won't be doing this anymore, so.
I hope not, but I can't always be on the island.
Well,
to
of course.
Figure that out. So,
All
and I
right,
would.
well,
hate
the
to have to
signs,
put-
we do have these signs, I think they're nice and tall, so people can see them from a distance. We'll put them, so there's plenty along that edge.
Okay, thank you.
Stewards there.
Close to volunteers too.
Can we do it this week?
Let me call
Hopefully,
Gordon.
we got to, I think we have at least some of those
Yeah, I
made
don't
up.
know. Let me ask Gordon. And if it rains, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, the ground is a little bit hard, but
Right.
we'll see.
Or if it snows,
Forgot about that.
big mallet.
Okay. Anything else on that? I think we're good. QR codes. QR codes are now fixed. They're up. Jessica spent a bunch of time to re-input the data. It was embedded in the old town website. She had to reformat it and enter it in the new one. We should be good to go. Chuck went around and checked.
I checked it, all good.
Thank you, Jessica.
Yes, that's a lot of work.
We appreciate Jessica. I drove her crazy trying to get ready for this meeting. Volunteer stewardship program. Kathleen has been coerced, volunteered to,
Exactly. I don't know that much about it. I just got it printed up. It wouldn't, for some reason, it wouldn't print up on my printer. I know about it, but I have things to read.
yeah.
And who has the list of the people that have already volunteered to sort of oversee areas?
Well, you know what?
None of that.
I don't either.
Something
Well-
down.
I know on this one.
Right,
Yeah.
along with,
So skating white.
and then,
Call Doug Sherrod, because when we had our Silver Beach meeting, his wife, I know, was interested in at least West Neck and maybe even Crab Creek. And I'll give you Doug's number.
I know him.
Okay.
and then, do you have the list of the other community associations? Is there an active list for that?
I might be able to find it, but Kim was supposed to send me them. Kim Nolan's president of SIA. She may have them.
Do you want me to
You
ask
know
her?
Kim?
Yeah.
Okay, so give her a call.
Okay. She would have the list of
Yeah, I may,
heads of the various associations. Okay.
because I think that's the easiest way to start.
I can't think of Doug's wife's name right now,
I
but you
can,
said.
Sarah, I think it's Sarah.
Right. With a different surname, Crab Creek, and what was the other one? She might be interested.
West Neck, in other words, we're the ones in Silver Beach.
Sarah Medford, yeah. I'll call Kim.
And if
see
anybody,
what I can
obviously, if
find
anybody
out.
knows of somebody who may
I'll look at
be
home, but-
interested in being a
I think I kept it.
volunteer.
Yeah, I was gonna
steward.
say, for each committee member, can we go to the neighbors and ask if they would be the stewards?
Yeah,
Okay, like I have Capitol Hill, I was going to ask, Prudence if she would, be one of the stewards.
okay.
And who would I get for the, maybe the people across the street on Stearns Point,
Across the street?
on Stearns Point Road?
Oh, Stearns Point.
Yeah, Gloria, I sold her house. Maybe she would.
I'll give the name to,
Because I did want to talk to Prudence anyway about, when we did the trail, that lollipop trail, it comes out to that meadow where she is. And she has it mowed up to a certain point, but you have to kind of walk onto her property to where it's mowed. They don't have an area that's mowed on. I was gonna see if maybe she could have the lawnmower guy just keep
Make
it
it
a
up.
little bit on and off.
okay.
So I would like. to
I don't think it matters. That would be good.
So you'll get back to me when you find out
Yeah, this is
about,
Capitol Hill.
yeah.
Spring appreciation event.
Okay,
Also,
that
yeah.
is I think it's really important that we do something island-wide. I don't necessarily think that we need to bring in Suffolk County or things like that for this. It's just thank people that have been involved in donating or selling their properties. And I thought it might be a nice way to do it during the period that Gordon was chair. And that way, we thank people. Some people have not been treated as well as we would have liked them to have been treated. And not casting aspersions on Gordon, but casting aspersions on other members of the community. And I think have sort of a coffee or a tea and honor them. And it would also be good it would be nice to do it for them. And also it would be good to publicity event for people to know that this goes on. I can't imagine they don't, but I'm told by people don't know. So I thought that might be nice. We've talked about this before, and my thought is to have it on a May weekend so people are around, and we send an email out to who the people are and the board, town board, and find out, give them a choice of 2 dates. So we just don't arbitrarily say one date that people, and then so therefore people that can't do it can't be annoyed that they can't do either date, that sort of thing. And have, a morning, I don't know what else to do, morning or coffee or afternoon something on a May Saturday.
At one of the properties?
Yeah, at one of the properties. Maybe the most recent, or at one of the most recent artists.
Dickinson Creek Overlook at least has a
It has a picnic table.
picnic table.
We've done something there. I
Well, we
think,
had an opening, I know.
yeah, but I think it'd be nice to have something more at Cartwright or Tut Hill or Artist Lane, one of the newer ones.
Okay.
Depending upon what you all think.
Yeah, I think Tuttle would be a great spot.
Tuttle?
Yeah, definitely.
I think something else we should think about is giving tours of some of the properties, like
That's a great idea. So that could be Community Preservation Day and have something in the morning. And then there'd be tours at different times in the afternoon and whatever.
just,
Sounds
people
fun.
can't, you can't do it in that one day. Just, it's like I've done Friends of Trees tours lately, but a dozen people show up and take them on a tour of the school or someplace and show them all the trees and talk about it. But like the cedars, to explain all the native plants that are there, and saltwater ecology and all that stuff. Or White Property, Artist Lane. Guided tours.
I think that would be a great idea.
Could be like once a month or something.
Yeah, it could be sort of not just a one-time thing, but throughout the warm months. But not too many tours.
I was going to say, who's going to do all
Well, you have to
these?
pick a couple of days, but maybe if you do it like a Community Preservation Day and tie them in,
Uh-huh.
at least that,
Yeah,
gives
I mean, we
something.
can think about this, but I just think it'd be nice.
We can't think too
totally
long
agree.
because it's, next thing you know.
You could have
it's
coffee
May.
and whatever,
No, I know.
Maybe
and take the
June,
tour.
Depends.
What's up?
You could have coffee and whatever, and then take a tour.
People could sign up for, different, we could pick like 3 preserves, not too many. And just,
I think that would be lovely.
those.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I mean, people can walk on it, but they may not know what they're looking at.
Yeah. Cedar in particular, I think is really, that shows.
The cedar,
Yeah, it's really.
cedars is beautiful, it has so many interesting stuff growing.
Does.
That would be, and it's stuff that I don't know, for example, because it's not typical.
Yeah.
It's where it grows in the sand.
I think it's a good idea, but Tim, I think you have to be very involved because you know all these trees.
No, I'm offering, no, I mean, that's why I'm saying I would be happy to do it.
Yeah,
So
When I realized I was talking about this, I can't do it every weekend, so.
No, well, I mean, if you tie it into that one day and just
Yeah.
pick 3 of them, and then
Yeah.
if it works, we could think about doing it in coming years and hit different preserves.
Yeah,
I'd be happy to play a part of that too,
yeah,
deal with you.
I think it'd be fun.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good. Okay, so I'll start on that. I need to get a list of all, Gordon's date, et cetera. I'll work with Jessica.
under new business, one question is calendar changes. Chuck mentioned he is possibly not here February and March. I know I'm definitely not here in March.
No.
I
Anybody?
wish I wasn't.
Me too.
Yeah.
So if it's any, we don't have to make a decision now. I'll be here February. I won't be here March, and if we're definitely not here March,
What is the date in March?
I don't have myself
I
with
do.
me.
March 10th, I'll be in travel, so I won't be.
yeah.
I don't know about February. It's iffy.
Well, does somebody else want to run the meeting in March, or should we cancel the meeting in March?
Well, why don't we,
You can make this decision in February.
or maybe in the next session, we'll have a better idea of what we're looking at.
Okay, all right.
If the next session is
I
for,
mean, in
Yeah.
today, the closed door session.
Yeah.
oh,
Okay. Old business, town emails. There are a number of us in this room on this committee who are not using the town email. And I strongly advise you to start, whoever isn't, to start using it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. It's pretty simple
using the town email.
to do your communication
Oh, right.
amongst each other. If you're using your personal email, you're opening yourself up to exposure that you don't want or need. So please,
What about a text?
I mean, you can.
Yeah.
But in general, I think it's a good idea to try to use the town email as much as you can. That way you don't have a personal business going on, and especially if you're communicating, to other folks about stuff. And then the other thing is which I forgot to put on the own item is the acquisition subcommittee, acquisition plan subcommittee, which we are going to schedule, hopefully this week or next week, we'll get a schedule for that.
I didn't send out the minutes. I was waiting for you to tell me.
Yeah, I guess they're okay.
Okay.
Little scattered. We can talk about it before we
All right.
talk about, but I mean, those were the minutes, but. So anyway, we'll try to get that done and get it closed. I wasn't at the first one, but Kathy thinks we can get it done in one more meeting, so hopefully that's accurate. Is there anything else? Anybody have any comments, questions?
I have something.
Yes.
I sent this out to all of you, but it was late yesterday, so you may not have seen it. And Amber, you may already know about this. Don D'Amato forwarded this to me. It's from the Suffolk County Soil and Water Conservation District, announces the availability of funding open to municipalities and non-government organizations. The grant is open to organizations interested in partnering to implement a variety of projects focused on improving Suffolk County's environment. The proposal will focus on revitalizing and protecting Long Island's ecosystems, water bodies, groundwater, and habitats. The goal of this grant is to attract new partners to develop and implement sustainable efforts for environmental conservation. Then they go on to enlist a bunch of projects may include water quality improvement, soil conservation, mitigating algae blooms, habitat restoration. So I have not reached out to Dill Dietrich, who's the contact, but I'm just curious if this is something we should look into for CPF for habitat restoration.
If you'd send me a copy of that, I have.
Yep.
I've seen it.
I forgot to
Too.
include you, but I'll send it to you when I get home. And then I don't know if we can talk about it or, but in the meantime, I'll call Jill or at least contact her today and see who can do this.
We should look at our grants writer too.
Yeah,
Who's issuing the proposals?
it's the Suffolk County Soil and Water Conservation District. The
Never heard of them.
CSWCD.
Does it say what the grant, how much?
10,000? I think it's 10,000.
It doesn't say, but anyway, the deadline is, we look forward to receiving your proposals by March 31st.
Not a lot of time.
So there's time to look into this.
We have to get a proposal together.
Yeah, I mean, I can think of one right off the bat.
Well, more.
Cheers.
I mean, West Neck.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure there, I mean, if we can think about other reserves where we want to think about,
Give them the Voorhees plan. Just give them the Voorhees, the plan that Rusty gave you.
yeah, that's,
Okay, we do have one other thing. We have a very nice offer from Ken Banta, who wants to make a memorial for his dad, who's recently passed away at the age of 98, I believe. Dad is Joe Banta, and he said that Shelter Island is his favorite place in the whole wide world. Ken wants to honor him, offered something such as, and we could, if we have some other ideas, a bench. He mentioned West Neck specifically, but we're sort of in the very middle of working on that. But Tim and I can talk about this and figure out if it, timing-wise, if it works to do something.
yeah,
But
because
it's really nice,
I mean, a bench was in the plan. There were
Yeah.
plans for have benches,
right?
key places.
Yeah.
So it'll be fine.
Did we have a school building or a bench, or what was that, someone else? Do you know?
Which bench?
Benches that we have a bench in Turkham's. We have any other benches?
Dickerson, yeah.
Jefferson.
Dixon Creek
Yeah,
Overlook.
the school built that one.
School built that? So,
It's nice to tie that together.
yeah. Yeah, I think we just pay the materials, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and then the installation.
Yeah.
Because it's got to be cemented in. Or at least somehow secured. Okay,
Anyway, but that's
we'll
a
follow up on that.
fine idea.
Yep. Any other comments? Any other new business? Any other old business?
On the, Tim was talking about the grants on, this Thursday, the Lions Club has a dinner at the Islander, and Peter Grand will be speaking on Fresh Pond and some of the grants that they're receiving now. If anybody wants to attend.
$270,000, right?
Yeah. So that's at the Islander this Thursday night.
Anything else? Do I have a motion to close the meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah. All those in favor?
Right.
Aye.
Okay, meeting's closed. We'll go into executive session.